Hi, I'm Paul and welcome to Geocaching UK. This is a new channel I've started up just for geocaching, and if you're a seasoned geocacher, the chances are that the first couple of videos are not probably going to be for you. So I'm hoping you do watch, because if you find that there's anything I've missed, you can put comments down below and it's going to help our up and coming geocachers. For those who are new to geocaching and looking to start geocaching, there's just 3 or 4 basic questions that we always get asked. Number one is, what is geocaching? Now, geocaching is a modern day version of a treasure hunt. And as I say, it's a modern day, so it doesn't mean you've got to get out all your Ordnance Survey maps, a compass, and plot where you're going to go and find. With the modern day one, you use some form of a GPS enabled device, something like that, which is dedicated as a GPS device, does nothing else, could just be your smartphone. And almost everybody these days has got a smartphone. What's the treasure? Unfortunately, you're probably not going to find a pot of gold somewhere. But what geocaching does do for where somebody's laid a really, really good geocache, it's priceless, because it often took you to a location where you'd never ever dream of visiting. There'll be a story behind it, which makes the whole thing as a priceless experience. Third question is, what will you usually find at where the geocache is? Now, we call the geocache location GZ, for ground zero. And there is an all manner of things what you'll find. The basic thing you're looking for is some form of a piece of paper to actually write your geocache name down with the date. That's usually the bare minimum. That can be usually in a plastic bag and attached to something so it's hidden, but the whole point is to keep that log safe, hidden and waterproof. Now, of course, the logs can be in all manner of containers. Geocachers themselves have come up with all sorts of ideas of storing caches, and there is an awful lot you can actually buy off the shelf online. I haven't actually got the smallest one here, but the smallest one is what we call a magnetic nano, and it's usually probably the size of the top of that cap there, so it's literally as high as it is wide. So often the usual favourite there is, say, like under the metal frame of a seat bench, on a road sign. Then you get these other types of nanos, and all they are is just a plastic tube, enough in there to hold the log. You will often find that these are hard to get out, and you'll usually need to use a pair of tweezers. Here's another type of a nano. This one's got a screw lid. What I've actually done with this one is I've actually got a magnet on here, which is just then held in place with a bit of gaffer tape. And there's a larger version on there as well. The grey would have probably been at some point to hide the thing up in its natural surroundings. Again, a magnet on there, so you can see they attach to something nice and quick and easy out the way. Now, another type is that you sometimes see is these sort of like key holders. Again, they've got a magnetic base and the top just slides off, and there's enough room in there, usually just for the log only. Sometimes you get a pencil. From there we move to things like what we call like the Tupperware boxes, and these can come in any size, from really these small ones, the clip top lids that I bought. They can come right up to these large sizes as well. And as you can see there, I've also bought camouflage tape. That's the other thing as well. This is where it's really, really good for taking the children out, what we call geo kids. And if you find a nice big cache like this, you'll obviously get things like swappables like that. It's not in everything, but you can find things like that. So the idea is, if you're going to take something out, you drop something back in. But often not, people add to these rather than take out. Now, there are some more cunning ones, and you get these sort of caches, which are a stone. This is one I bought, and the log is just simply hidden inside there like that. With a little bit of experience, when you're going around, you soon start looking out for all these sort of signs of where the geocache might be. This is another one I bought. It's just a screw top plastic tub. It's ideal because, again, it's watertight, and you can actually get quite a few things in there for swappables and things like that. But at the same time as well, you can also be more inventive as well. This was a piece of log I picked up. I just cut the end off, drilled a hole in it to hold one of these screw top containers in there, and you've got the log only. The last question is, how do you play? As long as you've got some form of a GPS enabled device, and I would certainly recommend a smartphone to start with, go to the geocaching website, which is www.geocaching.com. As you're a new user, click on the top there to sign up and enter all your details. You can give yourself a geocaching nickname, and that's it, as simple as that. If you've got a smartphone, you're going down that route. If it's an iOS device, as an Apple iPhone, go to the App Store. If it's an Android, then go to the Play Store and search for the Geocaching app. It will have the same logo as what's on the geocaching.com website. Once you've got the app, sign into it, and instantly it will show you where you are along with all your local caches. Now, geocaching doesn't cost you a penny other than how much you spend running around trying to find all the geocaches, especially if you're going to drive around. You can pay for a premium service, but I will go into that into a later video. The important thing, first of all, is even before you even consider that, is go out, get your first few finds, ideally have 2 or 3 sessions of geocaching to see if it's something you want to do all the time, and then look at possibly going for as a premium member. Going as a premium member on a yearly membership for us in the UK is about £25. You can buy it on a shorter term. I can't remember whether it's 1 month or 3 months, but it does work out a lot more expensive. Now, I hope this video has been of use to you, especially if you're looking to go into geocaching. Please hit the subscribe button below and watch out for all the other videos. Now, if we've got any of those seasoned cachers still watching, please certainly do leave comments below of anything you think I've missed on this first initial video, and as well, maybe share your experiences of how you got started off. Thanks a lot for watching.